Hello,
FlossTube.
Hola.
Who are you?
There we go. Who are you?
I'm Crystal.
I'm Lisa.
I'm Arlene.
And
we're
we're
the Kitchen Stitchers. What month is it?
You know what? I think it's April.
Okay. It's
April. Thank you.
18th.
Yes.
Day after my birthday.
Yes. Hey, I'm going to interrupt our schedule. I have something.
But we have such a strict schedule.
I know.
In the meantime, quick thank you. Quick thank you. No more
No
meantime.
meantime.
Crystal's birthday!
I am now, if you reversed my numbers, I would be the same age either way. And you get to figure out which one that is.
It's my
You can be
age.
backward.
I am backwards.
Me too.
You guys are both backwards. I have
my
long ways to go
gosh.
till I'm backwards.
Okay, that wasn't that difficult, but it
Not
was
that.
difficult. Okay. Oh! Oh! Oh my gosh! It's
That's not my birthday! Why isn't it my birthday? I love
Annie's Keepers floss threader keepers.
These are my favorite thread
Oh
storage
my
system in the
gosh.
entire world.
Guys, these are so good.
She introduced us to this last time after our video, and so that was.
best.
I still think I did it.
I love them. I love them. You are going to love them. And if you don't, I'll take them.
You're not
I
getting
No,
know
you have to give them back to me.
I have a birthday. Damn it, yours is first.
Any.
I'm keeping them, people.
Anyway.
Nice.
Happy birthday.
Very
Thank you.
nice.
That was so sweet.
Oh, you're
Aw,
welcome.
That was so
whatever.
awesome because
Whatever.
Lisa will give you her gift in November.
Maybe. I don't know. Anyway,
next year.
maybe when you're reverse 65.
Hey,
Reversed.
because 65 would be the new 40 then.
It's not like I'm 55 now anyway. I mean, I'm like 44, right?
You're like 55 in
No,
a
I
day.
thought you were 32.
It's got to be reversed both ways.
Oh,
That would make
33.
it 33.
33, sorry.
Okay.
Sorry.
Okay, so
Anyway.
it's April. It is April. And thank you for coming back to join us.
Yay.
We really appreciate that.
We also have another thank you to Pam and Stephanie of Just Keep Stitching. We kind of invited ourselves to dinner on Friday because somebody made a mistake about how late the stitch-in was going at Keepsake, so by default we got dinner out of it. So thank you, Pam. It was delicious. We really had a good time.
We had a great time. I really
And the
appreciate
wine
it.
was good, even without the Mountain Dew.
This is true. Another story.
I was invited.
She didn't give you bad information.
I had the flu, I'll just say.
She lost 5 pounds, people. I'm not feeling sorry for
It's
her.
awesome.
Also, we wanted to thank the Nicole, the Buckeye Stitcher,
Yeah.
because when we were at Stitch Away, we kind of gave her a hard time because we had just found out about FlossTube, and I was sitting next to her, and I was like, why do you make videos? What do you say? What do you do?
Everybody was talking like she's a celebrity,
I
and I've
thought
never
it
met
was-
her before.
And she would not give me her
I thought it was
autograph.
cool.
I wanted her autograph. I still do, Nicole. I still do.
And so I
was
gave
asking
her
'cause I
this.
was curious.
Yeah, I gave her this hard time, and here we are doing the same things that I just made fun of her. So,
She was my muse.
And
so
amusing.
thank you so much for putting up with us, and we do have a apology gift for making fun of you. So we know that you love cardinals, and Charlie Harper is like the big cardinal and lives locally and does. So we are going to be sending you this chart and this pattern because I just think it's absolutely gorgeous and it would be perfect for you. So PM me your address, or I can send it to Keepsakes just in case if you don't want us to know where you live, so we don't do that stalking thing. Anyway.
I want to say thank you to the FlossTube watchers of this, because I know you haven't seen us except for these videos, but it has definitely improved our Wednesday night garb.
Yes.
And some makeup. So, hey, we're not wearing our bathrobes.
Well, in my case, especially because on Wednesdays I have the privilege to work from home, so I generally don't shower on Wednesday, but now I do. Thank you, FlossTube, for making me shower on Wednesdays.
And you have another thank you.
Oh, I do have a thank you. I would like to thank the lovely, lovely, lovely viewer,
Our biggest fan.
our biggest #1 fan, Selena Leopold. Thank you so much. She is my lovely oldest daughter.
She's
Watched
beautiful.
all of our 2 videos today, and she sent us all a group text telling us how cute she thought we were. And then I got a separate private text that I'm going to share with you because it cracked me up. We have a rule in our house where anybody who has an iPhone knows that it autocorrects, and sometimes it's really funny. We have a rule in our house that if it autocorrects, you send it anyway. So her text to me, she was saying, ha ha ha, you guys are so cute in your videos. I was giggling the whole time. I'm sure part of it is because I know you all, and I'm sure the outsider perspective is great. I'm like, yeah, that's great. Stay tuned. There's going to be more. And then she says, I feel like I need to take up prostituting. Cross-stitching, no cross-stitching. Like, I can help you with one, not the other. Anyway, thank you, Selena. That was really sweet. You made our day.
Selena.
We love you.
I think next is work in process.
Yes. Whip it.
Whip it good. Oh, it's
You-
me first?
Yeah.
Okay.
We went over this.
Remember?
Yeah. I wasn't prepared.
We're very
Okay.
prepared.
All right.
I
So
think we drank the tequila, then did the things.
yeah, we should have. So I had the flu, so I couldn't really do a lot. But I finished the thing I was working on, which I'll show you later. And so before, I didn't really have a lot of time to get something started. So I picked up something I had put aside in the fall because I ran out of thread, and then I got the thread in. And so this was what I'm trying to finish. And you were going to ask me any kind of information on it, and I can tell you, I'll pull it up here. This is the pattern. It's called Harvest Basket.
It's beautiful.
And I did not keep any information about what the fabric was. And it recommended a smoke tone Ada, and I don't do Ada anymore. So I just went in and I looked for the color, and I have no idea what this is. So, but now that I'm floss tubing, I keep that information and can be better informing the viewers out there. So I apologize for that. But I decided that this was going to be my next one that I was going to make as my start. And I had gotten this fabric, and it doesn't say what it is, blue HD4
It says
at our
blue.
Stitch Away. And so that's what I'm going to do it
Who's
on.
the pattern from?
The pattern is by Angel Stitchin', but it's from 2003. I'm pretty sure I found this somewhere at our local stores, Keepsakes.
Huh.
So
Okay.
anyway, that's what I did, and so that's going to be my next work in progress.
That's going to be really cute. Go ahead.
Okay, so I actually have 3 things that I was working on. 3 things that I was working on this week. But before I can show you one, I have to give you a little backstory because it's always a story with me, and I apologize. About 10 years ago, I was in Stitchville, USA in Minneapolis at this awesome needlework store. And I saw these patterns, the Sam Sarah Designs patterns for Christmas stockings. And at the time, my eldest daughter, the lovely Selena Leopold, just became engaged. And I knew she'd be married, she would eventually have children. Well, I hope she would. And she did. So there was a set of 4 patterns. So I bought them and made them for a wedding shower. I made these 2, Selena and Zach, which I think turned out really cute. And then they later had this little boy, Weston, my eldest grandson, followed by this little boy, my middleest, Bauer. Then I ran out of patterns, so then they decided to have another kid, and they had the lovely Felicity, and I didn't have a pattern, so Arlene helped me design this one that kind of goes with it. So anyway, that's the backstory. So one daughter married, second daughter getting married this past summer. I owe her stockings, so I found stockings that I wanted to do, and I love the shepherd's bush. I've never done shepherd's bush, so this one is Christian stocking that I decided I would do for my son-in-law Nick. And then as I started stitching them, there's so many patterns in the stocking series for shepherd's bush that I thought I could keep these for myself and make one for everyone in my house. My daughters, their kids, their husbands, blah, 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 any future anybody. So Nick may not get this, and if he doesn't, I'll have to come up with something else. But this is where I am at right now. So that is the stocking so far. It's a little bigger than I was anticipating, but that's
So cute.
that was my travel project
So cute.
that I was working on this week.
But he's not a black Santa.
He's not Black Santa. Well, he's a little
bit.
tan. The other thing I was working on is for the lovely Felicity, who I just did a bedroom at my house for her, and I got these shepherd's bush patterns that I'm going to put in her room. This one I got to this point. Am I on?
You are.
It's done, but it's not done because I didn't realize it had buttons. So I ordered the buttons from Barbara. She will have them hopefully soon. So there's more in that series that I'm doing for Felicity. And then the other one is, I showed it last time. It's my Heaven and Earth Designs. It's kind of large, so if Arlene could get that for me. I made a little bit of progress on this. I will show it. I probably won't bring this again because it is really...
I'm not sure.
Alexa was part of this, and she's a little jealous.
So this is where I'm at right now. This is Farewell to Anger. It's a Heaven and Earth Designs. I'm doing it on 25 count, easy grid, 1/1 with DMC colors. Anyway, it's a lot of fun to do. It's really slow going, but 4.94 years from now when I'm done, I will be
Did
so
you say
happy.
how many colors were in there? Did you?
There's like 240 something colors in this one.
This intimidates the heck out of me.
But look how
I don't.
look how
It's
pretty-
gorgeous.
Look how pretty this is
I'm
looking
not
in
sure
here.
I could do something like that.
So anyway, so those are my whips.
It's beautiful.
I'm sorry it took so long.
No, it's beautiful.
We're not being bound by the clock all the time. Remember, we talked about that.
Yes. Mom.
Yes,
I'm glad I'm
Crystal.
not the one being the talkative one this time.
Oh my God, it's me.
Just saying. So, anyway,
Talk away, Crystal.
my whip, and I only have one, is the one that I told you guys that I was going to start, which is winter. So I'm doing the Cricut Winter, and I actually, because before I never used to put down what patterns, and I always change the colors. So what I did is I put it on the back from now on of my chart. So I just taped it back there. So I am doing this on Belfast Pearl Gray 32 count.
So pretty.
It's because I'm blind. So here's where I am right now. Now, here's the issue with this.
Get it a little closer. I'll hold it and you talk.
Okay, here's the issue with this. I just pulled the threads without
That's good, yeah.
looking at the threads, and because normally I never do a pattern and just keep the threads they had. So I got the W and the I, and then I went to the N, and then I realized the W and the I are green. This does not look green, but it is the DNC colors that I pulled. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to frog this I because it is just too green, and it's just too green. I might keep the W if I can find a blue green that I like. So basically I am having a blast with this and I love it. So far I love it. I do have to get it done by May 1st so that it can be finished by Keepsakes by Barb and Joe, because as we've said before, that is their deadline and they're not going to be framing afterwards. So
Good for you guys.
it is one of those things. At least it's not going to finish her Haid in
You, I
time.
will not.
So that's my whip.
But maybe in 5 years they might be framing again.
Oh, 4.94.
Yeah,
Don't
so
give
they,
me extra time.
They could frame again in that time frame. They might really understand how horrible this is.
It's very devastating
It's
for
really
us.
awful.
Good for
I
you
mean,
guys.
I've lost sleep.
Good for you
Yeah.
guys.
Yeah.
Okay,
Okay.
so we are going to move into what is called current events. Dun, 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 current events.
We have current events.
Yes.
Barbara Bush died.
She has. Yeah,
We-
that was so sad. It was so sad that she
I
died.
was sad. I loved her.
I
prose.
did too. I saw her speak once. She was very,
Neat.
very.
Who's
sweet.
talking now? Oh, did I just say that? Oh, yes. Okay. Moving on.
She shushed us. She did. And she got mad that we were like even poking her a little last
They
time.
not only poked me, they pulled me back, saying I was talking too much.
Okay, so apparently we had some technical difficulty, and I think it's because this is my iPad and Crystal shushed me, so my iPad shushed her. So this is going to be part 2 because we'll figure out editing at another time.
Maybe.
So we were talking about current events, and
Crystal.
it was yours.
So, we already did this, but
And it was
turned
amazing.
So, we are going to go over this again. We have been watching. I don't even know where
So
to
the
start.
3 of us are
Thank
going to
you.
StitchCon.
There it is.
We're
in
going to
June.
Stitch. Yes,
And there's a Facebook page.
and there is a Facebook page.
And Stephanie put together a list.
Yes, of
What's
FlossTubers.
on that list, Crystal?
So there is a list of all the FlossTubers that are coming to StitchCon 2018. And so what we've done is we've started following and we've started watching all the FlossTubers videos that are coming so that we can become familiar with you guys so that when we get there, we can see you and we know who you are. So we just wanted to share that just in case of somebody else who doesn't get to watch a lot of them or know all the FlossTubers that are coming so that they too can watch the FlossTube videos.
Do you know how you've been to Disney, right, with your kids?
Yes.
And you got a little autograph book that they went around and got all
Yes.
the princesses' signatures. I'm gonna get an autograph book so we can
I
get
want
everybody's
Nicole's.
signatures.
I want
Oh
Nicole's.
yeah, Nicole. She's my
She might
favorite.
charge us.
I would pay. I would pay.
There you go. And so our next current event is...
What did you learn this week, Arlene?
Oh yeah, what I learned this week.
We've already done this
I
once,
had the
people.
flu. Yeah. Okay. So one of the things that we were talking about with over one was the thing that always made me crazy was over one when I would cross stitch normally, the thread would like dip behind the thread of the linen. And so I was always kind of trying to mess with it so the cross would stay correctly. And I know Nicole can relate to this because she really likes her crosses to be perfect. So I found that there's a way to do that, and that's when you do your after you do your first cross stitch, when you come up based upon the way the thread is that's on top. So if the thread on top is horizontal, remember your first stitch is up and down, so it's where
Or down and up.
or
depending
down
on
and
the
up.
stitch.
Yeah, so if this is the direction that you're going, then the way you would come up would be following the horizontal line, so you'd come up here. If it were vertical, up, down, then you would follow the vertical line and come up here and go down. So that was my new discovery. I was very excited about it.
And with that knowledge, I think my Heaven and Earth Designs project will go from 4.94 years to maybe 3.87.
That's
I
so
have not
awesome.
done the math, but I will.
And the thing that excites me about this is I've learned so much from this one that to be able to share something with her.
I didn't know it
Very
until earlier
exciting,
today, so
very
thank you.
exciting.
And if you didn't get that, don't worry. I didn't either, and I'll have them explain it to me later. I mean, finishes!
Finish it. I have a finish. Can I do my finish?
Yes, finish
Okay,
it,
yay.
finish it.
So I've got heartstring samplery, I can't even talk, Quaker,
Quaker Oats.
yeah, Quaker Oats, Coffee Quaker, which I finished. I was so excited. I have not fully finished it, but ta-da, ta-da. I did enter the coffee. Barbara at Keepsakes wanted me to leave the blank there so we could put a glass over it and write with the dry erase markers and whatever we were in the mood that day, but this is done. Yay!
Yay. And okay, I have a sad finish.
Aw.
So I finished my owls, and that's what they look like.
Oh, they're beautiful.
And
I'm so sad.
for those of you who are very good at stitching, and most of you are, probably all of you are who are watching this, I wonder if you can see what makes me sad. Now I'll tell you what makes me sad.
No, don't tell yet.
No.
In our comments, mention what's sad.
Ooh.
Oh, very good idea.
Thank you, because I want to find it.
Okay. And then so I was looking for something to start up, and I found out that I had another finish that I didn't remember that I had. And so this was my finish from, I have no idea when, because I don't think I signed it, which is unusual. I have my initials in there, but I don't think I put the year in there, which is very unusual for me. And this was a mini pumpkin stitches, and that's what it looks like. And it's by it's by Jeanette Douglas Designs.
Ooh, I've been hearing her name a lot lately.
And the thing that I liked about this is there was some silk in it, there were crescent colors, and the stitches weren't all just cross stitches. You see that? So that was a lot of fun to do. And can you see even the initials were actually part of the design, so that was kind of fun to put that in there. So I'll probably end up talking to Vanna about doing a bell pull, because she had a suggestion about that for something else, and I thought that was a good idea. So Vanna, I'll be in contact later.
Okay, and my finish.
Okay, I think my thing really doesn't like Crystal tonight for some reason. So we had another technical difficulty. Actually, I think my iPad was having some storage space issues. So hopefully we'll finish this up. And with a little luck, you may not know that, because I might be able to splice them all together this week sometime. But everybody's looking for this tomorrow, so we'll see if I have time to do that. If not, it'll be in three parts.
Yes.
1, 2, 3. That works.
That works. That's good. Okay.
Okay, so here we go again.
Oh, something to hold my hand.
I finished my pumpkin,
Yay!
and I just wanted to show you guys. Here it is.
Pumpkin.
And just to let you guys know, I did change the colors out. It called for thank you. It called for DMC 906 as the green and 3853 as the autumn gold. I switched it out because I wanted a more vibrant orange, so I switched it out to the my green was 921 and 936, or actually, yeah, 921 was the orange and 936 is green, I think, or reverse it, whatever. So what I did is, when I finished, I noticed that the darker green, when I filled it in, just took too much contrast with the orange, and I wanted the pumpkin to stand out. So I frogged all of that and then put a lighter green in there and kept the stem dark, because I absolutely loved the stem, kept the stem dark. And then instead of filling in all of these other little things, which is what they had done, I actually decided to just fill in the fillers around the edges of the pumpkin. So I don't remember what linen this was on, just because of the fact that it was long before we started floss tubing when we started. So I just wanted to let you guys see that I did finish it, and it is going to keepsakes for framing, because they are finishing on May 1st. So we already talked about that. We all cried about it, and we lost sleep. So,
I already did that.
yep.
There's that on.
And so what we're going to do now is Arlene wants to show one of her hauls.
Oh, yes. So I was watching Addicted Stitchers, and I absolutely loved their tour of the store, except I have to say, I got motion sickness, and I couldn't eat dinner because it was moving around so much. It was so crazy. Never had that happen to me with a video before. But one of the things I saw on there was, of course, a Lizzie Kate, as it comes to be, and it's "She believed she could, so she did," which is something, a little plaque I got in my daughter when she went off to college. So I don't think she watches these. I don't think she's any interest, and so she may or may not see that this
She
is
could
something
be our other #1 fan.
She could be.
Or not.
So that was a quick thing. And also, I got this at at our local stitch store, and this is great stuff if you're a hand, a stitcher, and because it doesn't go greasy in the winter. My hands get so dry when I do that. So
I even have that flavor.
Oh,
well,
yeah.
scent.
okay.
Don't need it.
Now, we would like to thank our subscribers we have gone, we were going to do a giveaway at 500, but before we can even come into video, we actually have now gone over 600. So what we would like to do,
640, 650, 80.
Go figure.
yeah. So what we would like to do is thank you so much for subscribing to us and watching us and just giving us all of your love. The first giveaway is I have another a copy of brand new chart for the Zuka that I just finished, and we are going to send this out. If you guys are interested in this, just put in your comments pumpkin please, and I will send that out to you guys. And during that time when we pull a random, we'll mix it all up, pull a random person, and then we will contact you and ask for your, we'll have you PM us and ask for your address, and we will send that to you. And that way you have plenty of time to stitch it up and have it finished for fall. Because
Also,
I loved it.
Please be 18. We can't ask for your address if you're not 18.
Oh,
And
that's a good
please
point.
do not use the words giveaway or gift away in your comments, because apparently people look for that, troll for that to do some weird
So
stuff.
say pumpkin, yeah.
Yeah,
Pumpkin,
just say
please.
pumpkin please.
All right, and I have 3 of those as well. I was kind of into Sam Sarah phase, and so I just randomly bought these. I don't know when I got them. Wasn't my taste. So one is owl. There's an owl. You can see it. And
Say owl, please.
owl, please. And then I have 2. I don't know why I had 2. I think I was buying all 3 of the animals, and I ended up with 2 of one, and one of those things. So I have 2 of these. And this is the raccoon, so I will pull 2 for the raccoons, and they actually come with there's a little button in there that's the star. So,
On the chart.
So say raccoon. So
Raccoon, please.
yep. And
I like you, please.
please.
Yes. All right. Did you want to say anything about our next?
Yes. For the future, we are considering, which I'm already kitted up. She's almost there, and Arlene's freaking out.
This freaks me out.
We are going to join the
Maybe.
Stitch Mania.
Maybe.
We are going to join the Stitch Mania 2018. And so we are going to make a separate
What's
video.
Stitch Mania, because there may be people who don't know.
So Stitch Mania is the, go ahead and tell us, Lisa, what is Stitch Mania?
Stitch Mania 2018 is where you have 18 projects that you will start one each day the month of May. So for the first 18 days, you start a project. Don't have to finish a project, but you have to start a project. I'm not exactly sure how you regulate that or how you check.
We'll
I
read
don't
more
know,
about
so-
it because we just decided to do it.
Okay, and they're already organized, and this
I'm on the fence.
she at least has the things she's going to do. This freaks me out because I don't leave a lot of things unfinished, and to have 18 of them just makes me go.
Most of mine are going to be ornaments.
So that I might be able to do it if it's an
Right.
ornament.
And so, and I mean, I only have one big project in the whole thing. So, because if I had all big projects, 10 years from now, I'd be saying
4.94.
4.94. But so we will make a video separate showing our 18 projects to you, and then starting them first 18 days of May.
Or they may be making the video, and I'll just be looking here approvingly. So we'll see.
Either way, it's all good.
Okay, so before we have any more technical difficulties, do we have anything else? I think that's it.
Nope,
That's it.
That is it.
All right. Well, we're excited.
Third time's charm.
Yeah. If 3 of us is what Lisa pointed out. 3 of us. So
I
that's
can count
good.
math.
She can. She's good at math.
Well, thank you.
Thank
Thank
you.
you, everybody.
We'll see you next time.
Bye.
Hit the button.